Hey, what's out of Text but now one here. Welcome back to part 2 of the Silver Gems here on YouTube. We got another couple players to go through. This one is going to be focused on the defense on the front 7. You got the defensive end, defensive tackles, and linebackers. So let's check out these cards. And if you guys do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. I want to see the likes of this video stack up, and the more likes this video gets, the next one will get uploaded very quickly. And last thing, if any of you guys have a EA access code and you're not using it, you should let me know in the comment section below, because I'm trying to get a little bit more time on MUT, so I need to find one that I can use. So that is pretty much it for what I gotta say right now. Let's check out the cards. First card up today, we got this MARTEZ Wilson, Cowboys defensive end. This man is pretty awesome. 86 speed, 89 acceleration. He gets to a stop speed fairly quickly. He has 82 power move and a low block shed. Usually guys with great speed have great finesse move, but this guy has great power move, which might make a big difference when you're gonna be using a guy on the defensive line. You can go through those defensive moves. He might be one of these guys that's unblockable with the great speed, great acceleration, and great power move. So I would pick him up if you guys don't have him on your team. He also has 86 hit power, so if he hits the halfback in the backfield or hits the quarterback with a nice hit stick, they'll probably cough the ball up. So this guy might make it on your team for the start of MUT, so go ahead and pick him up if you guys haven't already. Next up, we got this MARGUS Hunt. This guy is pretty awesome as well. 84 speed, 88 strength, 88 acceleration. He has 85 jumping, which is pretty awesome as well. On top of being 6'8". This guy is 6'8" with 85 jumping. Balls be getting bat down the entire time. 83 hit power, 85 pursuit. He has some pretty good finesse move and block shed. Power move could be a little bit better, but this guy is a true defensive end, or maybe might even be a good nose tackle. This guy is an amazing card, only because he's 6'8". If he was like 6'1", it'd be an awesome card, but the fact that he's 6'8", he is pretty much a Julius Peppers reincarnate, and he happens to be Caucasian. So I really want this guy on my team. I think when my MUT trial actually comes back, or when I get the MUT 15 on the 26th, I'll be definitely picking this guy and playing him all over the defensive line, because this guy's attributes are amazing. Now the awareness is kind of low, but if you're going to use him, and also it's early on in the game, like the awareness is not really a factor unless you're playing somebody who's like an 88 overall. I think right now when everybody's like a 70, not even, probably lower than that, like a 65 up to a 79, I don't think awareness is going to be huge right now. So don't really worry about the awareness. Just look at the guy's attributes, and if you guys got to use him, because this guy is going to make a great one of those mini game defensive linemen. He has such great attributes all around. It's going to be so fun to play with. Moving on to another defensive end, we got this Tank Cardine, or Caradine, how you pronounce this guy's name. And before you guys say I stole this from Wiza, no, Wiza compared him to the Marcus Ware, and the only thing that was different, I believe, was the awareness. So the 49ers got a couple guys in their team that have great attributes with bad awareness. So I guess chalked it up to the scouting and the coaching of the team, because I'm not going to complain. This Tank Cardine is nice. This guy has 79 speed, not the fastest guy, has pretty good strength, acceleration, agility. He has some pretty good hit power, pretty solid tackle, 92 power move with 83 block shit, on top of being 6'4". He is also gonna be one of those guys that you would want to use during defensive line, especially if you get that defensive lineman mini game where you got to go ahead and do those right trigger to get the speed boost, along with hitting X or A, whichever button that was required for that guy. He is going to be unblockable if you guys can master that, just because his attributes look amazing. I mean, a 69 overall right end with a 92 power move with great acceleration and great block shed. He is going to be amazing. Again, the awareness is low, but at this stage, I don't think awareness is going to matter too much. Next up, one of the better defensive ends in the game, we got this DION Jordan, 85 speed, 85 agility, 93 acceleration. He also has 82 jumping, 83 tackle, 90 hit power, 86 pursuit, and look at this guy's finesse move. Look at it, 90 finesse move, and for some reason, he has a 72 zone coverage rating, so this guy might be a fringe outside linebacker. It's kind of funny because the Dolphins last year, they probably could have used DION Jordan outside linebacker instead of Cole Misi, because I think DION Jordan, when he was in a game last year, he made plays when he played in that limited amount of snaps. So I like this DION Jordan. You can play this guy at outside linebacker because he has great speed. He can't really catch, but the zone coverage is there. The awareness is low, but like I said, if you use this guy, the awareness is no factor. Plus, again, it being early on in the MUT year this year, I don't think it's going to matter too much about the awareness, unless it's like zero awareness. So that's just my take. But this DION Jordan is nice, man. I really want this guy's card. If I didn't have Jadeveon Clowney or Khalil Mack, I would buy this card. And thinking about it right now, I'm probably still going to buy this guy's card when the price comes down. For some reason right now the card is expensive, but this Deion Jordan is probably one of the better defensive ends in this game, bar none. Moving on to the outside linebackers now, we got this Antoine Barnes, who has one of the highest, if not the highest awareness for an outside linebacker that is a silver card in the game. Now, you guys do not see his man, zone, or catching attributes because he is not an outside linebacker in the sense as Levante David. He's more of a Aldon Smith, Von Miller type outside linebacker, which makes sense. This guy has no catching attributes that are good. He sucks in zone coverage and man coverage, but looking at his power move, his finesse move, and he has great speed with an acceleration, he is going to make a defensive end. For those that do not want to use that guy, I recommend picking him up. And plus, also, if you guys do not believe me, he is a defensive end rushing off the edge. In the Jets scheme, they rush from right off the edge next to Muhammad Wilkerson. So if you guys do not want to use your defensive end, I recommend picking this guy up. Great speed, good athleticism, great acceleration, pretty good awareness as well. Gonna make a great sleeper defensive end for you. Next up is another outside linebacker that plays the same way as Antoine Barnes, who comes off the edge. Just Corey Lemon Ear. Don't know how to pronounce that guy's name, but 86 speed, 91 acceleration. He has 91 finesse move, 91 hit power, great block shed, pretty low awareness, but if you want to use this guy, he might not even need to be used because he got some pretty good attributes and he might be a glitch off the edge. This guy's card is amazing. If he hits a guy in the backfield, quarterback, halfback, fullback, whoever the hell gets the ball in the backfield, they're gonna die. I wouldn't recommend playing this guy in coverage. He has no good coverage stats whatsoever. He has no catching, no zone coverage, no man. So I would strictly use this guy on the defensive line. Bring him down defensive end for those that don't mind playing guys out of position. If you guys run a 3-4 defensive scheme, just put him outside linebacker and he'll rush off the edge accordingly based off the scheme or the playbook you pick. So this guy is going to be one of those Von Miller type cards in the game, and I would recommend picking him up. I want to say his overall defensive end might be like a 72 or 74 overall. So I may be wrong about that. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing based off these attributes, but this guy's card is really nice, and I think it's a must-have for anybody's team. Dakota Watson is up next. This guy is a outside linebacker that can play well in coverage and also pretty well coming off the edge blitzing. 87 speed, 88 acceleration with good agility, pretty good jumping, 82 tackle, 90 pursuit. Hit power is kind of low, but that's not needed right now. 74 man coverage, 79 zone coverage. This guy plays well out there in space. Only a 56 catch rating, but that's not too bad. He does have a pretty high finesse move with 80, so this guy can come off the edge pretty effectively, especially with that 87 speed and 80 acceleration. I would just want to use this guy what he's best at, which is going to be in zone coverage. Now, he can probably get away with not using this guy. With 68 awareness, it's not the highest. It's 7 points lower than the other guy, Antoine Barnes, but I think you can probably get away with not using him at all. But if you guys do want to use him as your main outside linebacker, as your main player, he is going to play really, really well. That 87 speed is going to be really unmatched. And you couple that with pretty good coverage in general, along with having some pretty good blitzing attributes, he's going to make a great sleeper card for you guys. So pick him up if you guys can afford him. I don't know what his price is. I wish I could give you guys a price right now, but at the moment I cannot. But this Dakota Watson is pretty nice. Another outside linebacker that plays well in coverage, plays well in space, is going to be the Zach Brown. I mean, 87 speed, 86 agility, 89 acceleration, pretty good right there. He has 83 tackle with 84 hit power, pretty good right there as well. 65 man coverage, not the best, but he does have a 74 zone coverage rating with a 72 catch rating, which is really nice. This guy can catch balls. Last year in MUT 25, the Zach Brown fantasy card was amazing to play with. So I think this Zach Brown this year is going to make a big name for himself, especially now playing middle linebacker. Guys hate using outside linebackers. Guys just run one defense, which is just prevent and use that middle linebacker. So Zach Brown is going to be in the field pretty much the entire game. This card is going to be nice. He does have some high finesse with 79, so this guy can blitz coming up the middle, and he also has some pretty good awareness with 72, which is not really bad whatsoever. So this Zach Brown, you might get away with not using this guy on the field. I think this guy might play well by himself. The awareness, like I said, is only 72. It's not the highest, but I think at this stage you can get away with it. And he has some pretty good zone coverage. So you put that guy in a correct zone. If you're playing a yellow hook zone, you're playing him in a blue, or you're playing him in a purple, I think he'll play those really well because he's really athletic with the great speed, with the great acceleration. He also has great hands, so he'll catch those picks. Zach Brown is going to be a must-have for anybody's team starting in MUT 15 on Tuesday. Moving on to the right outside linebacker, we got Jonathan Casillas. I think that's how you pronounce this guy's last name. I'm going to call him Jonathan because I don't want to butcher that last name anymore. But this guy is an amazing coverage linebacker. 87 speed, 86 acceleration, 71 man coverage, 81 zone coverage with 75 awareness. Again, this is a player you guys do not have to use. You can pretty much put him out there by himself. Play him in zone coverage if you have to because he's going to play well. That 81 zone coverage is really, really high. A lot of linebackers in this game, especially some elite ones, don't even have that high zone coverage. So a silver card being a 60 69 overall has it is amazing. And it makes sense because the Buccaneers do have some of the best linebackers in the game. They got Levante David, they got Mason Foster, and they got this Jonathan Casillas guy who is amazing from what it looks like in the game. Now, he does have a good finesse move, and good finesse move and good speed are a good combination, but I would not blitz this guy based off the fact he has really good zone coverage. Now, he doesn't have good hands with that 53 catch rating, but other than that, this guy's card is really nice, and I'm probably going to buy it very, very soon. Next up, we have a rookie, Anthony Barr. This mother bleeper is 6'4". I'm pretty sure he's listed at 6'5", but 6'4", still a beast coming off the edge. He has some pretty good speed. I'm sorry, he has amazing speed. 90 speed, 89 acceleration, 91 agility. Pretty athletic right there. 84 jumping with a 81 hit power. Tackle is kind of low. He has some good power move, good block shot, and good finesse move. This guy is going to make an excellent defensive end coming off the edge, and he doesn't have the best coverage stats. I put him on there to show you guys that he can probably play well in space, but putting him in coverage is not going to be the best strategy to use him at. He's going to make a great defensive end, and if you use this guy, man, it's going to be unfair. It's going to be so crazy. He's a big, tall dude, very strong, very athletic, has some good speed, acceleration, good athleticism. Just going to make a great defensive end in the game. If you put him back in coverage, I don't think you're going to succeed too much, so try to use this guy to his best of his abilities, which is going to be coming off the edge against left and right tackles. Next up, we got Jelani Jenkins, who is an outside linebacker that plays well in coverage. Look at that 84 zone coverage rating. He has a low awareness, but I think you guys might be able to erase that awareness by just playing him strictly in zone coverage. If you guys have a zone heavy defensive scheme, I'd pick him up now. He doesn't have the best speed, 82 speed, but he does have good acceleration. He has good agility. He is pretty athletic. He has some good hit power as well. So I recommend picking this guy if you guys have a zone heavy defensive scheme. Playing him in man coverage might not get you burned too many times, but I think once players start getting better, once you start picking up better tight ends, better halfbacks, he might start getting beat easy on some of those routes. So keep that in mind before you play this guy in a position where he's not going to succeed for you, but playing him in zone coverage, whew, this man is going to be deadly. Now, this next card, this Nigel Bradham, he is my favorite card. 84 speed, 71 strength, 83 agility, 88 acceleration. Now, he has 89 jumping, 90 tackle, 90 hit power, 92 pursuit, plays well in both man coverage, zone coverage, doesn't have the highest catch rating, but I'm okay with that, has great block shed, so if a guy decides to engage with him, he can probably get off a little bit easier than most. He has 74 awareness, and he's 6'2". He is an amazing sleeper linebacker. You can probably get away with playing this guy at middle linebacker because this guy's card is really nice, but this guy's gonna play well in coverage. Now, originally I thought this guy was gonna be a blitzing defensive end because he's in a Bills defense, but I realized he's kind of in that same hybrid defense the Broncos run as well, because the Bills have what's his name, they have Mario Williams playing left end, and they also have Jerry Hughes playing left outside linebacker, and Broncos have Von Miller playing defensive end, but Trevathan is more of a coverage linebacker. So Nigel Bradham is pretty much the Bills' Danny Trevathan, and this guy's card is amazing. I mean, that hit power out of a silver card, who has great awareness and pretty good speed and good man in zone coverage, he is a must-have. I'm going to pick him up as soon as my MUT access gets back on, which will probably be Tuesday, unless one of you guys happens to have an EA access code. I don't know if you guys do or not, but hey, this is not about that right now. This Nigel Bradham card is amazing. Pick him up when you guys have the chance. Last but not least, we got this Ryan Shazier. This guy's card is dope, man. 90 speed, 81 strength, 87 agility, acceleration, 97 jump rating. Very, very athletic right there. 80 tackle, 90 hit power. He doesn't play well in zone coverage, but he does have good blitzing attributes, 76 power move, and 72 block shed. This Ryan Shazier has great speed, athleticism, but his coverage and his blitzing attributes need some work. But other than that, if you play with this guy, if you user him, he is going to serve you really well. I mean, a linebacker with great speed, great athleticism, and great hit power, that is a hard combination to find. It doesn't matter what overall he is, he's going to play well for your team if you guys know what you're doing. So if you guys don't have a linebacker right now, go to the auction house, search up Ryan Shazier, and buy him immediately. And that is the video, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed the silver gems for the defensive front seven. We got the defensive ends, linebackers out of the way. So next up is going to be the cornerbacks and free safety. So the more likes this video gets, the faster I'll upload the last part for the silver gems and get working on the gold. So at the moment right now, my favorite silver gem card has got to be that Nigel Bradham. I mean, 90 hit power, 90 tackling, a good combination right there. Even though he's a low overall, I feel as if he's going to play well for my team. So if you guys do me a favor as well, along with hitting the like button as many times as you guys can, also post in the comment section below which of your silver cards so far is your favorite. I'm the Texas boy, and I am out of this mother bleeper. Peace.